From Bad Monkey Studios in beautiful Amish country, heard throughout these fabulous United States and around the globe on the World Wide Web, this is the B Team with Cory and Jim.
Coming in hot with that right away.
Hit you with a little oh yeah right out of the top from the get-go.
You know who's not a sponsor, but we should be? Solo.
Oh, Solo?
They make a fine coffee cup.
Yeah, and you see their cups everywhere. Are the blue ones, are the red ones the only official Solo? Because I know there's a blue one too, but I don't know if they're a Solo ripoff.
I don't know. No, I think that same company.
Really?
Just you know what I mean? Not everybody likes red.
Not everybody likes blue.
I know. That's why. Just get the other one.
You think the country's split 50-50?
Democrat, Republican, man. Look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not 50-50 though.
I bet.
I bet blue wins out.
Like at the Democratic National Convention, they probably they got blue cups.
They vote. Who do you think blue? No, I don't know.
Let's talk a little bit about Tweaked Audio. Tweaked Audio has one mission: to provide audiophiles around the world with high-quality audio products at affordable prices. They have all the most popular colors and styles you can't find just anywhere. Bluetooth, sport, metal, and even wood earbuds. Mic'd, unmic'd, over-the-ear headphones, and all the accessories to keep you tweaked. Go to tweakedaudio.com to get great earbuds. Use discount code BTEAM, that's BTEAM, at checkout, and get 33% off all orders. 1/3 off just by using BTEAM. Free worldwide shipping, lifetime limited warranty. What else do you want? Tweaked Audio sounds better. Do you have some shopping to do?
Yeah, I do. Got my Pop's B-Day is coming up.
Well, do me a favor, would you?
I'm going to
go to the B Team with CoryandJim.com website. Mm-hmm. Go to the bottom of that page. Click on the Amazon banner. Log into your account.
I will.
Go shopping. It's not going to cost you anything extra. We've made it easy on you, is what we've done. Get on the machine, enter in the BTeam with CoryandJim.com, go to the bottom of our homepage, click the Amazon banner, log into your account, shop away. There are no fees or charges to you. You shop as you usually do, but this time you help out your friends at the B-Team. Because when you shop using our Amazon banner, the good people at Amazon.com throw us a few pennies. Work hard, have fun, make history, Amazon.com. How you been?
Tired. But good.
You're all tired from? Good kind of tired?
Well, I know I just got off work.
Like Amish hard work tired?
No, just tired from being up all
Jumping
night.
Jacks tired? No. Push-ups, sit-ups
tired? Later today. For sure I will be, but no, just exhausted.
Hey, I studied up a little bit on that thing you were talking about, the intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
You know who does that?
A lot of people.
A lot of people, but the guy I watched specifically was Terry Crews.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves it. He only eats from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. No, that's not right. From 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah.
So he has 8 hour. That's that's super hard to do, man. I do like 10. 8 is a bravo to those dudes.
Really?
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Yeah. For me.
Well, and plus, I don't think you can, once you start eating at 2 p.m., I don't think you can just like have Little Debbie's.
No.
For 8 hours. Can you?
No.
That's why I don't have any interest. Our guest that we've been, politely ignoring for a couple of minutes just so we could shake hands is All Right Pest Solutions founder, Jeff O'Brien. Thanks for coming in, Jeff.
Thanks for having me.
At All Right Pest Solutions, our staff is uniformed, mature, friendly, and on time. We leave no stone unturned to meet your expectations with our effective pest control solutions. That's why our customers recommend us to their family and friends. We are certified in the application of all Termidor products for the elimination of termites by BASF Corporation, and are engaged in Purdue University's pest control courses so we can be the most knowledgeable extermination company in the region. Sleep tight after calling all right. That's good. Directly from your website.
Yeah. We also say we make your aunt say uncle.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's clever. Good. It's clever.
So, Jeff, just to put it out there on the table, Jeff is my father-in-law, and
I knew there was a resemblance.
Just before I pushed the record button, he told me with a tear in his eye, he said, "You're my favorite and best-looking son-in-law." So
I didn't catch that.
No, you did. You were doing some. You were working on
over here on the light or something
with the expressor machine over there, getting all that done. So you probably didn't pick that up.
No, I didn't hear that. I didn't catch that part.
It's more of in here anyway.
ESPN.
You can do that when you're family.
Telepathy.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I was able to pick up on that.
Sure.
So as it says, all pest solutions.
That's a wide range of tasks. It sounds like
it is.
Coming today, I was trying to think of like maybe what's the worst like scenario that you've gotten or that you've been contacted about.
Seen several incredible infestations of bed bugs, cockroaches, ants. And some couple of mice infestations that have been
pretty gnarly,
pretty decent, pretty fun. Yeah, yeah.
So, let's say if you have something like that, is it like a one-man job, or do you guys send out 2, 3, depending on size?
Most bed bug jobs, it's a 2-man job because you got to move furniture and flip stuff around, over and take beds apart, and so you need 2 people for those. Yeah.
You mentioned the big one, bed bugs. That's the thing that everybody wants to know about. That's the thing that scares everybody. I went this past weekend. I did a little comedy gig in upper northern Michigan, and the first thing when I walked into the hotel room, because it was what I call a seedy place. First place. I mean, that's my first thought.
Yeah, there's bed bugs,
but there's going to be bed bugs.
Right.
So everybody wants to know about bed bugs. How do we get rid of them? Is it something we should do ourselves? Should we call a pro? So how do I get rid of bed bugs? Well, first, how do I identify them?
First of all, when you're traveling, you want to keep your luggage in the bathroom. You don't want to put the suitcase on the bed ever. You want to put it in the bathroom, take the clothing out of the suitcase. Most big chains now have the metal stands you put your suitcase on. You could leave it on that because bed bugs have a hard time climbing up the legs of those stands. But you don't want to put your clothes anywhere that bed bugs or your suitcase can crawl into them, so you bring them home.
I never knew.
Good travel tip.
Yeah. That is a super good travel tip.
Actually, when I travel, I stick my belongings, the suitcase, in the bathtub.
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah. You go to that extreme.
Yep. Now, most chains, the reputable hotels and motels, they have a really good, by now, a bed bug protocol that they follow. So their staff's trained to spot the signs, and if they find bed bugs, they get after them right now because that'll put you out of business.
Sure, for sure. Well, yeah. I would imagine so. It's a hotel for sure. The little word gets out about bed bugs being there.
Yeah,
I had to shut it down real fast.
Yeah.
Well, how do you identify them?
Bed bugs kind of resemble a tick. I've got some pictures here. I'll show you guys. Okay. But
yeah, I'm curious to know.
The top picture is a male bed bug.
That does look like a tick.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They stay places where people sit or sleep is their primary location in any residence or hotel room. And so they resemble a tick. They're kind of a caramel color. And they live under if you look at a mattress, it's got the cord running around it. They'll live underneath the cord of a mattress.
Okay.
Any crack or crevice on a bed frame. Headboards, they get behind headboards. Box springs, there's all kinds of cracks and crevices in box springs because they've got wood slats in them.
Right.
And the bed bugs will be in there. Couches, they live underneath the arms of the couch, back in the tufts around the head. If you have a couch with flaps where your feet go, lift that up, there'll be bed bugs there. They're just amazing, but they really like to be where people are sitting or sleeping. They're kind of lazy. They don't like to travel to get to their food source. So, what do you call a person who sleeps in the nude if you're a bed bug?
If you're a bed bug, I don't know.
A smorgasbord.
Oh, I would imagine.
Yeah.
What are they eating? The dead skin cells, the live skin cells?
Blood. They're bloodsuckers. They're vampires.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Now, how big are they? Fairly good size. I mean, like, are they the size of a tick or a little smaller?
If you look at about 3/4 of a apple seed, they're kind of shaped like that and about that size, the full-grown adults. The youngsters are very difficult to see when they're first born because they're white. They don't color up until they've had their first blood meal. And then they'll turn a crimson red because of the blood that's in them. And they'll eventually caramel up, get the caramel coloring. And they molt 5 times. So a baby bed bug is really small, very difficult to see on a white sheet because they're white. So before they'll grow again, they get that next body, the new body, they molt, shed the old skin, they come out bigger. They do that 5 times in their life to get to a adult size.
Wow.
And what is the lifespan?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
It's amazing. And they're one of probably the only insect that I'm aware of that can go for months without eating. So if you leave your apartment and go on vacation, you think, well, I've been gone for 3 months. Surely they've starved to death. Wrong. They haven't. They've just kind of gone into a hibernation state, and they wait. Or if you're in an apartment building, they'll travel to other apartments.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're hideous.
That is just a wow.
Yeah.
How they're not brand new. They're not a new species.
No,
right?
they've been around forever. Yep.
So why do we just hear about them so much?
Well,
now?
what's happened with travel in the United States and all over the world, people travel a lot more than they used to. And they actually did away with some of the pesticides that the countries used to get rid of them back in the 40s and 50s when DDT was eliminated and some of the other strong pesticides. Used to get, when an exterminator would come in and treat for ants or roaches, there'd be collateral damage to other insects. And so sometimes bed bugs would be impacted by a roach job or other things. Bed bugs made their resurgency in the late 80s, early 80s, middle 80s. They came back with a vengeance. And because pest control companies have changed their protocol, how they treated, and for a good reason. I mean, we used to go in and just soak it down, you know. Now all treatments are crack and crevice, and specifically to an insect. So bed bugs resurged because of the travel and people not reporting it when they had bed bugs. Yeah. And so they continued to grow, and they are the ants are still number 1 as far as pest in America, but bed bugs are right there at number 2. So,
can they build a tolerance to the poisons?
That's very good question. They're beginning to see that some of the pesticides they're building.
We got to get that DDT back.
Immunity.
That stuff wipes out everything, man.
Yeah. They're really starting to see other insects also, but bed bugs build an immunity to certain products. So, yeah.
I remember seeing an old film that they used to show in schools to kids and to families of them spraying DDT along like a street.
Yeah, and the trees and stuff, right?
Yeah, well, they would have families like standing out there
in it
intentionally, having them go and get fogged by DDT, just big smiles on their face, waving. I remember those old films, the Corps of Engineers or somebody put those out.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
That's crazy.
So what is the atomic bomb for
There isn't
for
any
bed
yet.
bugs. No.
It's just being diligent and looking for them and killing them once they're found. A lot of wives' tales on the internet hasn't helped the cause any. Yeah. Saying like alcohol will kill most insects, but there's no residual to it. So one of the things you see on the internet all the time is, well, just get some alcohol and soak your couch and that'll be it. Well, it's also flammable. So, some people are burning their apartments down and stuff because of alcohol. But you put alcohol on a bed bug, it kills it. But alcohol evaporates very quickly. There's no residual. Joe bed bug comes crawling by in 60 seconds, and it doesn't impact him at all. So there's some good residual pesticides out there that you can use that have like a 90-day residual. But you need to have a professional. Okay. I think probably an individual could take care of bed bugs himself, but most people don't have the patience or the diligence to get after them and stay after them.
Right.
So
because with all their ability to travel and David Blaine like magic that they seem to do, it's you can't rid your house completely, can you?
It's possible, but it's hard. It is hard.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because anybody who travels, who rides in their car, comes to visit your house, who's wearing clothes and sits down.
It's possible they're bringing it in.
It's constant.
Yeah.
It's just
you're going to have to live in a bubble. You got to be like the bubble guy.
Yeah.
It's
as
like,
a kid.
It's like treating your house for like fleas when your dog gets infested with fleas because they're just everywhere. And
I had a full-blown panic mode one day. I found a flea on my dog. And this is before, like, I think she was too young to have the medicine yet. So I started flipping out and literally went out, got flea powder and like just doused the entire area. I'm sure it didn't need to be that big. I was on the one, but I was like, I'm not taking chances.
No,
can't do it.
You can't. So, how do you know if you have bed bugs? What are some of the telltale signs without actually seeing a carcass? Or
if you don't see a live bug or a dead bug, you can look for their fecal stains. When they excrete blood, it comes out and it leaves a dark gray, blackish spot where they're living. So you'll see those marks on your mattress, on your sheets, depending on the colorization of your couch and stuff. That's sometimes hard to see. You'll see shed skins and eggs. The eggs are white, very small, cone-shaped, and they're sticky. Flea eggs roll. Okay. Bed bug eggs stick to where she lays them.
How many at a time?
1 or 2 a day she'll lay.
This sounds like the start of a horror movie.
Horrible.
That's what this sounds like.
Twilight Zone stuff.
She can lay, 5 to 10 a week, which isn't too bad. But the bad thing about bed bugs, they get to a large number before you find them normally. People usually find them when they're changing the sheets on the bed. And they'll say, what are those bugs? And it's it's plural because by time when people find them,
it's too late.
There's many bed bugs.
It's got to move.
So
it's got to get a new house.
Gross. Now I heard, can they actually jump?
They don't jump or fly. All they do is crawl and climb.
Okay.
So,
and I think
that's good to know.
You've already spoken to this a little bit. Should we, or even could we, do it ourselves with bed bugs?
What you can do is inspect. Look at your bed, take your sheets off, move your mattress, flip it over, just look at things. Get your mattress and box springs off and look at the bed frame, see what you see. You should always keep your bed away from the wall. It should never touch the wall because, as I said, they crawl and they climb. So they'll crawl up the wall and come across if your bed's touching. Keep your blankets from touching the floor. They'll crawl across the floor, climb the blankets. Your blankets should never touch the floor. If you have a, what's the thing called around the bottom of a mattress? The
skirting.
The skirting. Right. Don't let it touch the floor or get rid of it, one or the other.
Option B. Just get rid of that thing.
Get rid of it. Yeah.
No, option C, invest in a clean room that they like build computers
like Dexter.
Yeah.
like Dexter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
All beds have legs, most beds,
Yeah.
and so they'll climb up the legs. So you can buy these things. They're called, we sell them, blackout traps, and bed bugs will crawl in them, but they can't get out. It's too slippery for them to get out of. So
Oh,
you
right.
can look in there once in a while and say, "Oh my goodness, there's a bed bug in my trap," and you say, "Hooray, it didn't get my bed." But you can say, "We've
Yeah.
had one anyway, and we caught it."
Right.
So you want to protect the legs of the bed. You want the bed to not touch the wall, keep the blankets off the floor, and you can go a long ways in keeping bed bugs out of your bed.
Yeah. It
you do
sounds
that.
like it.
Yeah.
There's, is there any way to ensure them not coming back, or just diligence?
After a treatment?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know how you got them in the first place.
Right.
Did I get them from Cory's motel? Did I
Yeah.
get them from
More than likely.
Yeah.
Did I get them from my child's backpack from school because the kid beside his locker had bed bugs?
Gets
and
in
they crawled
deep.
over
It
it?
nasty.
gets deep.
Yeah, yeah.
They aren't.
So you don't know how you got them unless you know you went to Uncle Bob's house and you saw him crawling on the couch. And well, that's probably where I got them. But normally people don't know where they got them from.
Okay. Let's say I'm that. Let's say I'm that guy who, I'm a man's man.
Right.
I don't care. I got bed bugs. So what? What can happen?
They'll just multiply and multiply and multiply. And we actually had one lady who had a huge infestation because her son came back to live with her. He was kind of a homeless guy and had huge amount of bed bugs. She actually became anemic from the amount of blood loss.
That's health issues.
Yeah.
They'll kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're vampires. He
Yeah.
called them vampires
Yeah.
earlier.
Yep.
That's unbelievable. I want to lighten up this conversation a little bit. I want to talk about yellow jackets.
Ah.
They're kind of nice guys compared to bed bugs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What?
Are
You
they
talking about like
yellow jackets?
nice guys?
Compared to these bed bugs.
What about all that? But
Yeah.
continue.
Are they
Sorry.
dangerous?
Yeah, they
If
could.
you're allergic,
Yeah, you
I
can
am.
die. You can die from any stinging insect if you're allergic or enough of them sting you. And yellow jackets, the only bee that loses its stinger is a honeybee. Everybody else can sit on you like a sewing machine and just keep nailing you.
see, I didn't know that.
Really? A
I
yellow
knew the
jacket
honeybee
can do that.
but
Yep.
but I thought all of them did.
Nobody else.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
That is good to know. Yeah, because you hear that thing when you're growing up, another wives' tale.
Once it stings you, it'll
all
die.
the bees, once it stings you, it loses its stinger and it dies.
That's just the honeybee. When the honeybee stings, he's got a barb on his stinger, like a fish hook. It goes in and it stays. And so when the honeybee withdraws, it actually rips out of his abdomen and kills him. Hopefully, normally there's 2 pouches on that stinger with the venom in it. So if your child or you get stung by a honeybee, you'll see that there. You want to be careful removing the stinger because if you squeeze that pouch, you're actually putting more venom into your body. So you want to be careful removing the stinger. But anybody else, a wasp, a hornet, a yellow jacket, stings you, they can fly off and come back and hit you again.
I've seen people like use a credit card or something and scratch the stinger out instead of like grabbing it and
Pulling it.
squeezing it and
Yeah.
pulling it out. That has to be the reason.
Yeah.
Do I want to rid my property of yellow jackets or
Yes.
yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
That's wrong.
yellow
were wrong.
jackets. Yeah.
It's way off.
What we don't want to kill are honeybees because of the pollination that they do. Yellow jackets are not pollinators, really. They're garbage bees. They eat anything. They're the bees you see at picnics that come and want to get on your plate and get your baked beans or take a piece of ham. Or they're just garbage bees. They'll eat insects, all kinds of stuff. They're the bees that get in the pop can and a child takes a swig and gets stung in the mouth.
Yeah.
It's yellow jackets. So they're horrible creatures, and I'm always tickled to get a yellow jacket nest and wipe it out.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought
Yeah.
they must serve some purpose. They say even snakes serve a purpose, but they're no.
The only
Snakes.
flying insect that I like are wasps, but certain kinds. because they kill spiders.
That's mud daubers. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm a fan of those
Yeah.
for sure.
Mud daubers are the ones that put the mud tubes on the side of the house
Yeah.
or barn, and they pack those full of spiders that their larvae hatch out and eat.
There you go.
So yeah.
My boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
My boys. They're always welcome in my house.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You don't like the spiders?
No. I killed a baby tarantula the other day in my garage.
No.
He was humongous. Humongous, man.
No.
No BS. The body was as big as a quarter. The body. That's not including legs.
Nope.
She's huge.
I bet if I saw it right now,
It's still there.
maybe a pencil lead. Maybe a pencil lead.
I don't exaggerate with the arachnids.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Don't do it. Mm-mm. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yellow jackets. How am I getting rid of them?
What you don't want to do, and we get calls every year. Mary Jo goes out on the porch and says, "Oh, Daniel, there's a bee going in and out of this hole." He goes out and plugs the hole. So you've got a whole bunch of yellow jackets sealed into the wall now. They're going to chew their way out. And it's easier to go through drywall than it is aluminum or vinyl siding. So all of a sudden, the next call you get, there's a 700 yellow jackets in my daughter's room.
Yeah. I've seen one of those,
what?
and it is horrifying.
Yeah.
It looks like a Candyman. You know, just like it's like a wall of bees. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Now, is it different than wasp nest? Is it not going to look the same?
No.
Yellow
Yellow
jacket?
jackets build a nest in a void somewhere in the ground, in a tree.
That we can't
You
see.
can't see it. You might see some of the gray carton coming out
Okay.
because the nest is running out of room inside. But they don't have a hanging nest like a wasp. There's a bald-faced hornet that builds the big nest that look like a piñata.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Those are bald-faced hornets. There's a hole in the bottom where they come and go. Very aggressive hornets. You don't want to mess with them at all.
Especially when you hit their nest with like a rock or
Oh,
a stick.
my. Yes.
Get them
Really?
to start running.
Yep. That's
Not that I would know from experience, but
That's in the movie where the little boy gets stung to death at the end. What's the name of that? He's got glasses and his glasses fall. Oh.
For some reason, I'm blanking on it.
Oh.
I'll do some research.
It's about I want to say Sweet 16 or so. Anyway, he gets stung to death because he falls into or touches that nest because he's lost his glasses and he's stumbling around in the woods, and they come out and kill him. And but that's a bald-faced hornet. Horrible creatures, very aggressive.
Do we have hornets around here in
Yes.
Ohio?
Yes, absolutely. We do numerous bald-faced hornets nest every year. There's several varieties of hornets that don't build this type of nest. They'll build a nest more like a wasp.
Okay.
And wasp and hornet's nest will hang underneath your eaves,
Right.
underneath your decks, railing and stuff.
Yep.
I think it's My Girl.
Yeah,
is the
My
movie.
Girl, that's it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I love, one of the things I really enjoy about exterminating is wiping out hanging wasp nest or hornet's nest.
Right.
We have a product called Wasp-X or Wasp Freeze, either one. And you can buy stuff at any of the big box stores that shoot the foam out.
I like the foamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
And you
work
just
awesome.
You blast them, and within 5 seconds, they're all dead on the
Yeah.
ground.
But there's a certain time you need to do this, right?
Well, as soon as you see one, take it out. As soon as
You're
see a
thinking
nest.
of like if you're going to extract honey, you want to do that at night.
No.
With smoke.
With these wasps, they slow down at night, right?
Oh,
Because I
there's-
think it even said on the can. We
there's-
bought some of
They're
this.
sitting on their nest at night, all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the best time
Take
to
'em out.
not in the heat of the day when
Yeah.
they're all out
Yeah.
playing
Doing
and
stuff.
killing.
Most of these products will have a little bit of residual. So if you do it in the daytime and they come back, the nest is gone. Or if they get on the nest, they're going to pick up some of this pesticide and they'll eventually die.
Oh,
But
good.
you're
Yes.
very correct. The best time to attack any stinging insect nest is at sunset or after the sun has gone down. Now, in my past, I started in pest control in 1974. I haven't done it all my life. This is actually the 17th year of experience in 17. But we used to do yellow jacket nest at night. And I worked for Amarine Pest Control in Marion, Ohio. And we would go up with a ladder and a flashlight and our powder and put it on the hole, the light, and reach out and dust it.
Yeah.
Well, they have guards, and I found out the hard way when you hit that nest with the light. When you see their wings go up, they're on alert, and they follow the light back. I got stung on the roof of a house trying to inject the pesticide dust into the hole because yellow jackets have guards outside of their holes.
Unbelievable.
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah,
So we don't want the yellow jackets.
No.
The hornets, they don't serve a purpose.
not really, no. Now, some wasps do some good things with the peony bushes. You'll see wasp on them. They help open them up. Ants and the wasp get on, I call them peonies. They open up to a beautiful flower. They're a bush. They don't last too long to bloom. But wasps do help open those flowers up in whatever they do, getting the stickiness off or something. But the best and the greatest pollinator is honeybees, bumblebees, carpenter bees.
Now, what's the difference there? Bumblebee, honeybee.
Honeybees, a little tiny brown bee that live in a hive that has a queen. Bumblebees are black and yellow, furry. They have yellow across their body, and they get rather large, and there'll be a nest of them. And they like to get in straw, make a nest. They use old mouse nests to make a nest. Insulation, they'll make a nest. They like soft things to put their nest in.
Okay.
And there can be up to 100 of them in there. You get into a bumblebee's nest, you can't even outrun them. I mean, most insects, most stinging insects, you have trouble outrunning if you mess with the nest, unless you're really fast, like I am. But
Me too.
yeah. Carpenter bees, they're a pollinator in that they like flowers. They get pollen, they gather it, and they bring it back to the hole. They're the bees that put the holes in the wood that hover.
Yeah, my in-laws have a
dark
cabin.
Okay.
And they have to treat it because wood. They have carpenter bees.
Yep.
They're fairly large too. They look
Big.
kind of like bumblebees.
Absolutely.
A little bit.
That's
like
part of their defense mechanism. They look like a bumblebee.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's too many subspecies.
I know.
It's just
I
too
know
hard
there is.
to keep up with.
Yeah.
We need one.
We need the wasps
Yeah.
because they kill the spiders.
No. We need the bumblebees for the honey.
Well, honeybees. For the honey.
Honeybees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honeybees.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
getting it all confused.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on right now.
There's a lot happening.
Carpenter bees, while we're talking bees, they're a mated pair, but they don't have a big nest. So you see the hole, the female makes the hole in the wood. She goes in, makes a right angle, and she makes a crevice. She digs a mine, if you will, and she puts a pollen ball, lays an egg, seals that cell off, backs out, and she repeats that process 6 to 8 times. And she'll come out and she'll die. The male is the one that hovers. He's the aggressive one that protects the nest, and anything that moves, he's coming after.
Okay.
His defense is his aggressiveness. He looks like a bumblebee. He does not have a stinger. You can reach up and
Good to know.
What?
he does not have a stinger. His wife does. So if you do this to her, he got stung.
See, that's just it. You will reach up and squeeze a bee.
Well,
I won't.
You have to, it's almost
Yeah.
impossible. They're so quick.
Right.
What we like to do, and it's great sport on a carpenter bee job, is take a child's racquetball, or what's that? Paddle,
Yeah.
and you go, and the bee goes pop, and it hits the side of the house, and boom, boom.
Oh,
It is
okay.
the funnest thing to swat those male carpenter bees.
So I take it that PETA is huge fans of your work.
I actually would get letters from them
No kidding.
wanting us
What?
to save cockroaches alive and let them free. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Now, I
No,
have
those
a
things
really
can
gross
survive nuclear war. So
cockroach
Yeah,
story.
right.
On my old 9-to-5 job, I got called to a house, and it wasn't a house, it was a trailer,
yeah.
and it was just nasty people, horrible people living in horrible conditions. I knock on the door, and unfortunately, they said, "Come in." So I walk in, and guys, there's a guy passed out on the couch.
Yeah.
Lady sitting in a chair smoking in the kitchenette area.
Yeah.
And I'm walking through, and it's dark. They've got like blankets hanging up for curtains.
Naturally.
So it's dark, and I'm just hearing crunching. I'm thinking I'm walking on trash or whatever.
Yeah.
And she turns on the light, and they just scatter.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was millions, but I'm gonna say millions because it was millions.
It was 6. There was 6 of them.
They were crunching under my boots.
I don't doubt it.
It was unbelievable.
I've had that happen once as well.
A guy sleeping on the couch, and they were all over. They were all over the couch, all over him. Yeah.
I don't fathom how people can live like that.
And that's the one. The wives' tale surrounding them is they would be the only thing to survive a nuclear war, but they are pretty tough, right?
Yeah.
Well, how are you getting rid of them?
The best thing you can do is clean up. First of all, we've went into hoarders' homes that had cockroaches. You can't treat. It needs to be cleaned up. You just can't apply pesticide in that environment. There's too many places, and you just would never win. So it needs to be cleaned up, and you either need to get the person, and they won't, get a relative or a landlord and say, look, we can't do anything until this place is cleaned up. So you have to approach it that way. On those type of, I went into a place one time, just an old gentleman lived there. He had a path from the front door to the kitchen. Stuff waist high, newspapers a lot. And he was eating a bowl of cereal at his kitchen table, and he was spooning out around the roaches that were in his cereal, his milk and his cereal. There was about 5 of them in there. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
wow.
he lived with them. I mean, it was just,
Yeah.
It's like Joe's
You've been
apartment.
in the hoarder houses. I've been in the hoarder houses. Yeah.
They're horrendous.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
It's a shame. But,
It's unreal.
It's horrible. And if they get an infestation of any kind, mice, bed bugs, roaches, you can't do anything for them until it's cleaned up, So.
Yeah. Fortunately for me, I don't have to worry about mice because I have a cat that is an absolute terminator when it comes to rodents and birds.
Yeah.
Bugs, though, we get stuff, in the basement all the time. Centipedes, spiders. No roaches, though. That's like one thing that I've little experience with is roaches, bed bugs. Not a lot, I've only heard stories about those. I've never had them, thankfully.
Yeah.
You don't think you won't know till you have.
Well, it's still too
of
late.
them.
But you know what I mean. I've never had that experience where, I like flipped over the sheets and there they were.
Yeah.
Eating around cockroaches. Come on.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That's
Yeah,
man.
move a cockroach
That's
out of
super.
the way.
Brush him like, come on, man. You're on my mini wheat. Get out of here.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
You're not a Lucky Charm.
Taste the rainbow.
Is that one dead? No, he's just floating on his back.
Oh, that's gross.
Taking a little nap.
Yeah.
Well, how can I save my yard from moles?
Oh, moles.
Are moles
Cats.
Are moles boll weevils? Or is that two different? Is that?
I have no idea.
And what's a groundhog? Go.
Moles.
No.
Moles are just baby groundhog. No, that's not true. Moles are creatures that are totally misdiagnosed by the world. They eat mainly fish worms. You get these commercials by these big companies that want you to buy their granules that take away the slugs and stuff that moles are supposed to be eating. Well, they do a little bit, but their main diet is fish worms. And so the best thing to do for moles, and a few years ago we used the poison fish worms created by Bell Labs, good product, but you never saw the dead mole,
Yeah.
So 2 years ago we found a company that made these wonderful mole traps. And I just want to say right now, there are some people that don't think anything should be killed. When something's labeled a pest, humans are still the number one creature in the world. We're the top dog. God created us in his image, and we are in control. And if there's a pest that's bothering your life and can be detrimental to your property, you should get rid of them. And one of the best ways to do that is to kill them.
Put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll buy it.
I would. Absolutely.
All that, the whole thing, whole paragraph.
That's gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
You know, that's like catching the Led Zeppelin tour on the back of some dude's T-shirt.
Well, you're gonna want to catch that one in line at Cedar Point or somewhere, standing
where you
behind
got
them.
time.
Yeah.
Take a picture with the cell phone.
There you go.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
Yes.
Some people don't want you.
Eradication.
Some people don't want you to kill anything.
Yeah.
And we see more and more of that. So we have to present options and say, now, this option is going to kill the mole. He is going to perish. The trap will kill him. It's not a live trap. It's a trap we stick in his tunnel. We bury the trap. We put him back to back like this. And so when the mole comes flying down the tunnel in either direction, he's going to run into a trap. And the trap is like this. The mole runs in and it goes... It goes.
Okay.
Dead.
Okay.
Wonderful invention to have a trap in a mole tunnel. There's been some for a long time that have been above the ground. It's like a guillotine, and you stick it in like this, and it's above ground. And so when the mole comes flying down, he hits the trigger. These spears go down, and just
Dang, ruthless to the
Yeah.
moles, man. Woo!
he's
It's a
stabbed.
rough life.
Yeah.
But that, that's above ground, and it's more difficult to set. We've got a spatial trowel that goes into the tunnel. You just flip the soil back, stick the traps in. You should stake them down with, we use dowel sticks, so the traps, so if it doesn't get him solid, you don't drag it off. We try to stabilize the trap,
Okay.
put a flag there so we know where they're at. Come back in about 3 days, check them all, and it's amazing. It's an amazing tool. We've caught so many moles.
Now, do those multiply fairly rapidly?
No, they don't. They're not like mice, which is good. They'll have maybe up to 2 litters a year of 3 to 6 pups, and it's not bad.
That's not bad.
And they don't like each other, so I can't even understand how they mate. They fight all the time. They're very territorial, and but they do find a mate. And all the literature on moles we have found to be incorrect. All of our pest books said that there's so few, and they're maybe 3 or 4 per acre. We caught a dozen in one guy's yard. About 150 square feet. Incredible the amount of moles. So the experts are wrong.
Yeah.
And
How do I know if I have a mole problem? What am I seeing?
Yeah.
Maybe I have a mole problem and don't know
you
it.
see the tunnels. They pop up in your yard, and if you step on them, your yard goes down. They like to run along concrete driveways. You'll see tunnels pop up, and they run the edge. And they eat, moles will eat fish worms. They really probably help aerate your yard with their tunneling. They don't really harm vegetables to speak of, or plants. That's what chipmunks and voles, that's another pest.
Yeah.
It's not a mole, it's a vole, V-O-L-E. They're mice-like, they're called meadow mice, and they come out, they're nocturnal. They run around at night. You wouldn't believe how many of them are around, but anyway, that's a vole, and they'll use mole tunnels, and I'm just talking a lot here.
No, that's
Little
okay.
gang warfare.
Yeah.
Huh?
So, yeah. A little territory.
Mix it up a bit. Well, was it Sharks versus the Jets?
Yeah. When we started using the mole traps, though, I was really enthused because we even asked the customer, "Do you want to see the dead mole so that you know that we're doing our job?" Most of them say no.
Yeah.
One guy wanted to see every one of them, but
Yeah.
it's amazing how well the traps work.
Yeah, Cory asked me earlier today to ask you because he has a kind of an angry mole on his shoulder. He just wanted to know if that was going to cause him cancer. Or
Yeah. What do I do with
I
that?
don't
Is there a trap for that?
He doesn't. That's
a different thing. It's a
We've
different
never-
pest.
We've never got into that, but I've heard Orkin has. So if you
Well, do moles serve a purpose out?
they must, but I haven't
Okay.
discovered what that would be.
They just tear up.
They just
lawns.
really and people with manicured yards. That's who mostly call.
Sure.
And a lot of guys call and say, I've been trying to get rid of these guys for 20 years, and I've never been successful. And we ran an ad in some magazine in the Richland County area. We got so many calls from that because so many people have been fighting them for years and years. And we ran an ad saying that we can take care of your mole problem. And so a lot of people checked us out to see if we could indeed, and we have. So
Good. Well, going from moles to mosquitoes.
Oh.
Where
The nemesis.
do
Those
mosquitoes
things
go
everywhere.
in the wintertime? Where do they go?
Most species will overwinter somehow. The larvae will survive in a moist environment. Or the eggs will survive, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But they do.
Resilient.
They really are. They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
Little Terminators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a sign in our camper. We camp and we have a travel trailer. And on the wall, when you walk in the door, it says, "Why didn't Noah swat those 2 mosquitoes?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. End it right there, man.
Yep.
Well,
Drop the ball.
Why are there so many mosquitoes? What?
There's so many habitats around that people aren't aware of. My backyard, for instance, I got a water feature, and I've got the waterfalls down right now doing some maintenance on it.
Okay.
And the recent rains has filled up the one little pond. And I looked at that yesterday, and there were a couple hundred, not 1,000, mosquito larvae in the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they live in one of the greatest places that mosquito larvae survive is in people's gutters.
Really?
Because a lot of gutters, they're not totally plugged, but they
Right.
have some debris dams, and there'll be
Right.
a puddle up there, a small puddle, and there'll be mosquito larvae. A mosquito will come lay eggs, boom, they don't need much water. And so they're about 33%, they estimate, of mosquito habitats are in people's gutters. So if you get in a city, say a town like Mount Gilead, there's a lot of gutters and there's a lot of mosquitoes living up in the gutters.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's clean mine out.
you don't think about it.
I do now.
So you're not going to get rid of them.
No.
So, but to control them,
Bug zapper.
let me tell you two things
Phenomenal
that I've
piece of
done.
equipment.
See where I'm at here. Number one, I try to alleviate
Standing water.
any standing water. Try to get rid of any standing water that I can.
Yeah.
Although you could walk out here right now and probably find 8 areas of standing
Probably.
water
Probably.
in different
Large
things.
enough for mosquitoes.
For mosquitoes, yeah. And I put up a bat house.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the
I
bats.
feel good about that then.
Yeah. Bats destroy mosquitoes. They can eat a lot.
Yep.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Them and martin, the birds,
Yeah. Purple martin.
purple martins,
Yeah.
great mosquito eaters.
I
Yeah,
didn't
we
know
have
that.
a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of Amish around here. I don't know if you knew that, Jeff, but Cory knows for
I'm
sure.
aware. Yes.
Yeah.
And they have that's what you see when you go past their driveway and stuff. You see the big white.
Martin houses.
Yeah, it looks like a bird
Okay.
hotel.
Yeah, yep.
That's what those are.
Martin House, huh?
And I recently had an Amish guy tell me that they don't have a natural habitat.
Huh.
That they are only in, I guess, loose captivity on those Amish properties, on different properties.
Feel
So
like
they
he's
don't
wrong.
live in a tree or in a.
Feel like that's incorrect.
Okay.
I'm not an ornithologist. I believe that's the right term. I'm pretty sure it is, but but I think that's incorrect. I would say that he's wrong, but I don't know that for a fact.
All right.
I'm gonna, you know,
Good
what?
check.
I'm curious now. I want to look it up.
Natural
I would
habitat.
agree with Cory and
Yeah.
not knowing anything about their habitat. But before man built Martin houses, they had to live.
They had to live somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know where that would have been, but they, like bats.
Chicken or the egg.
Yeah. They, like bats, consume
Tons.
pounds of
Yeah, that's
mosquitoes.
and that's
Yep.
why they keep them. That's why they have them.
Yep. Chickens also are great
Yeah.
for eliminating mosquitoes and other insects that are in the yard.
And we've learned that foxes
Like
are
chickens.
exceptional at
At
getting
killing
rid of
chickens.
chickens.
It's a circle of life,
It
Jimmy.
really is.
It really is.
Yeah. Coyotes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I've seen a tremendous amount of foxes recently. Like before, like I've been working now in Morrow County for 7 years.
Yeah.
The first probably 5 to 6, never saw a fox ever. It's working at night, everything else.
Really?
This year, I won't go a night without seeing one. Maybe 2, 3.
Wow.
I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Coyotes, maybe just 1, 2, the most.
Coyotes are thick.
You
around
hear
here.
them.
Thick around.
Hear them, but
here.
I mean, visually, I've only seen a few.
Yeah. Now, to stick with the mosquito, they are responsible for some human diseases, right?
Yes.
And it makes sense when
Yes.
you learn how they do that.
Yeah.
Just transferring blood from one thing to another, right?
Right. Yep.
You can get pretty sick.
Yep.
Pretty quick.
Yep.
With mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, actually, what's the disease in Africa? Malaria. Mosquitoes are responsible for spreading that around.
Yeah.
Malaria's pretty gnarly.
Yep.
from
It
what I hear.
really is. And still around. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I've got some info on these
okay,
All
talk.
right.
on these martins.
Purple Martin.
So Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt. Said that they're found all over, and they make their nests in either natural or artificial, but they do depend a lot on artificial structures. But it's not their only means of nesting.
Well, but that wasn't too bad. I mean, he's Amish. He's an Amish guy. He doesn't have wiki.
Yeah,
So-
but I mean, then you shouldn't make claims
shouldn't make those
like
claims.
that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you don't know for sure, like I do,
All right.
I'll just refute the man.
I'll tell him. I'll tell him that you said so.
Well, yeah, because
He just lost an apple butter sale.
My thing is, I don't like absolute statements like that.
You
things
don't.
that can't be questioned.
Yeah.
Because I'm like that. No, that's not true. Like your spider theory.
Yeah.
It's just blatantly just the dumbest thing I've not ever heard. But
Oh, he might be able to help us with that. That's a bit of trivia.
we're gonna get to spiders eventually because I need to know how to kill them all.
Okay, do you want me to wait or ask right now?
No. We'll wait. We'll go. Mosquitoes. We're on right now.
Okay. Well, we're finishing up with mosquitoes. Why does the sting itch?
Because most insect bites, when they bite you, there's something that they inject into you. Same with bed bugs, fleas, mosquitoes, even stings from bees will itch, and it's your body's reaction to the violation of that part of that insect coming into you. So yeah,
So it's your body trying to fight off
yeah,
any
Yep.
possible infection.
and it's also an alert system to us that hey,
Something bit you.
something happened here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, bed bug bites look like they're a large, like a hive-looking thing. Most people have the same. 70% of people have the same reaction to a bed bug bite, and they'll look the same. They're big, blotchy things.
Really?
Yeah. But 30% of people don't react to them at all. We had a job we did in a town south of here, very well-to-do family, and the man didn't know he had bed bugs because he wasn't reacting to the bites, but they were feasting upon him.
That's just
Creepy.
that is
Yep.
so creepy. You're
Yep.
right.
Yep.
It's creepy, man.
Well, I'm sure you've received calls like this before. Termites are eating my house.
Yeah.
Now, do they literally eat your house? They eat wood?
Yeah. Termites eat wood. That's all they eat. And then it's always dead wood, so they don't attack live trees. Carpenter ants live in wood, and they'll also get into your house. But carpenter ants do not eat wood. They just hollow it out to live in it. Termites consume wood. And so if you have a termite infestation, you need to take care of that because they will do damage. They will structurally weaken your house if left
Unchecked.
unchecked.
And there's
will.
never just a couple of those.
No, there's a colony
Yeah.
in the yard below the frost lines where the colony is. They come to the wood to eat. So they take, their food back, and actually in their stomach they have a little enzyme that digests the wood. A little bug, if it were, inside the bug.
Yeah.
And but they come to the wood to eat, and their job is to take care of stumps and fallen trees in the woods. That was
Okay.
why they were created, to take care of that stuff. They don't know your house isn't a big dead tree.
Right.
So
I don't understand what nutritional value is there to dead wood.
Gotta ask a termite.
yeah.
Nothing to people. Huh?
Yeah.
That's where you need to get you like an anteater or some sloth bears.
Yeah.
They'll take those things out, man.
That's all they eat.
I mean, they could, if left unchecked, they could do enough damage to topple a house.
To a structure so that it would not be stable. It could collapse under its own weight. I've never seen that. Of course, the wind could knock it down. Most people, at least in this country, when they get termites and they finally find them, they get something done about them.
Yeah, and what is that? How do we get rid of a termite?
In America, we use a termiticide that's created just for termites. We use Termidor, actually, and it is a fabulous product, and it has a residual that lasts a very long time, and it protects the property. It creates a barrier for the termites. They won't come across it, and it keeps your property safe. There's also now a termite bait. So you can put bait stations out. The termites will get into them and actually kill the colony because they'll take the food back.
Like decon for mice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there any way to, because that is so damaging, is there any way to eradicate them completely?
Well, the bait does that. The bait takes the colony out, which
are they movers? Are they?
No, the colony is in the ground. It's there.
And that's it. If that colony is gone, you're not going to get more termites.
Well, another female could start a colony at some point.
How's she getting there? How's she getting to the location?
She gets wings.
She does.
She has
they
wings,
fly.
and just like ants, if you see a winged ant or a winged termite, doesn't even look like a termite. It looks more like an ant. But the reproductives of any ant species, the male and the female, both get wings. And so they come out of the nest, the wind catches them, and they fly off, they mate, and they start another colony. Same with termites.
Dude, things are so gross.
I know.
It makes me...
Isn't it insane?
Every time I walk through the woods, something in my mouth or something on me or in my ear or something.
Yeah.
But after talking about it like this, I don't even want to step outside.
You gotta get out, get after it a little bit.
Oh, I have to backtrack a little bit. I'm sorry, because I know we have to get you out of here. But like wasp, bees, hornets, that sort of thing, you always see on television. People running for water or toward water.
Right.
Does that really help? Like if you're being attacked by one of these things, would me and a hose be able to help you out?
No,
like my garden hose.
They run to water because they can get their body into the water. And the bees won't come into the water. Some of them might, but they'll drown. They'll be floating on top and eventually drown. So if you get into a pond or something and say they're on you, get in the water and they'll come off and float around and you can hopefully get away. Some hornets and stuff will circle and hang around for a while.
So a hose wouldn't be as effective.
Hose, no.
Sprinkler.
No sprinkler.
No.
You touched on it a little bit, the carpenter bee, and the damage that's now a termite and a carpenter bee. You don't want that combo in your house.
No, and carpenter bees, they put the hole in your soffit normally, fascia board or soffit at the top of the house or on your deck. They're working the railing and stuff. And like I said, she'll go in and make a right angle. What happens, woodpeckers come and they go into the wood to get the larva because they hear them. However, woodpeckers find anything and they tear the wood up, getting the carpenter bee larva out. So when you see fascia board or soffit with slits or big holes, that's because a woodpecker has come and done that to get the carpenter bee larva out to eat.
Quick fix for that. I've learned from my in-laws' place, they hang fake owls outside to scare woodpeckers.
Oh, you remember we contacted you one time because we had a brand new barn, and within 2 weeks of having that barn on our property, we were getting holes. I was finding holes in the back of it. It was from a woodpecker Jeff told me. And then we
Get you an
actually
owl.
watched it.
A real one.
Yeah.
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 An owl, huh?
Yeah, that's a natural enemy
Yeah.
of a woodpecker.
Sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw one kill a skunk once. It was amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Hmm.
Anyway.
He saw Bigfoot.
No, I
Once,
didn't.
too.
No. Nope.
He saw a squirrel's tail going around a tree.
Yeah.
A Bigfoot. Do mothballs kill or repel anything?
Mothballs kill and repel moths. Period.
That is it.
That is it.
Nothing.
And
Okay.
to use it in any other way is a violation of the Environmental Protection Agency's rules and regulations.
Really?
If you look at the box that you buy mothballs in, it is labeled strictly for moths. I think there might be one other insect on there. Federal law is the law, or the rule is the law. And if you utilize a pesticide that goes against the directions on the box, you're breaking federal law. Can be arrested, fined, whatever.
Guantanamo, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
That is insane
Yeah.
for mothballs.
Yeah.
And moths are just stupid. You can catch them and kill them. I'm a part of the Mother Club. Do you know what this is?
No, that's not a thing.
It is a real thing.
Jeff, it's not a thing.
You,
My gam
you eat
gam-
one. You eat them.
My gam smelled like mothballs all the time.
What do they smell like? I'm just curious. I've not smelled one.
Kind of a clean
Yeah,
smell. Yeah, it's not gross.
that doesn't really help me. That doesn't describe it at all.
I don't know how to describe it.
Is it akin to anything else? Similar?
I
No?
can't think of
No, I
anything.
can't think of anything.
You know
Smell
mothballs if you smell them.
Yeah. Yeah. No
Yeah.
doubt. Unmistakable odor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We run into mothballs and
Wait a minute. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I
Okay.
have to stop you just
Sure,
a
sure.
second. You realize that we're not talking about moth testicles,
No, yeah.
right?
Right.
Okay, I
Huh.
have to check you.
I'm aware that mothballs exist as a repellent.
I am saying,
I didn't know they killed moths. I thought it just repelled them.
yeah,
I was unaware
because
that
I
they
thought
killed
you
them.
were baiting me to say
No.
they smelled sweaty or something. I thought that's what was
No.
coming next.
That's funny. That's
Yeah,
funny. But no,
well,
no,
thanks, you can keep it.
I won't. I'll throw that in the
That's all
trash.
yours. I want to talk about spiders now.
Yes.
I have a question for you. Oh, were you going to finish it?
all
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
we've never employed the use of mothballs ever. There's other things to do for moths. And another thing people use, and it's a wives' tale, is put hedge apples in the basement to keep insects away. It's a wives' tale. Don't do it.
That's what I've heard.
It doesn't do anything.
I've
That's
heard.
going to draw something else.
Yeah, we usually, if you move them,
Snakes.
you'll find earwigs or other insects around the hedge apple that's been placed up there because it's decaying up
Yeah.
there and other things.
You're gonna
are
eat
going
it.
to
Okay, you brought in another layer on this onion earwig. What in the world is that?
Oh, there's gross.
They're a gross-looking insect.
Yeah.
I don't have any pictures of it, but it's thought in the old times that when people would sleep out on the ground and stuff, they would get in your ear
Okay,
and kind of hang out there. But it's possible, I suppose. I don't know if it was ever really true.
right.
They're an insect that lives in moisture along your foundation, under your mulch and wet,
Oh.
damp basements, underneath things that's moist. Moisture is the great magnet for all manner of insects. And one thing I'll say quickly is that so many people put mulch right up to the foundation of the house. That's a big
Yeah.
no-no. You should always have a layer, minimum 6 inches of stone. Never let the mulch touch the foundation because mulch is used for moisture for
That's right.
plants.
Yeah.
It is.
And underneath the mulch, if you pull it back, you got a zoo,
Ton of stuff.
A zoo of insects.
Yeah.
You don't want the mulch touching the house. Another thing you never want touching your house are plants or trees because they use those things as bridges to get
Yeah.
to the house. So you want to trim everything off. Nothing should touch your house.
See, people need to listen to this show.
This is informative.
We're learning.
I'm learning so much.
Well, you're about to learn more.
Spiders.
This is
Okay.
about what I want to know.
All right.
This is why I showed up today.
Okay.
Let me just say, is there any way to tent your entire house and murder every spider? That's all I need to know.
There is, but we don't do it.
No, we're going to get to the important stuff right now. Trivia. Okay.
Bring it.
And I'm a trivia champ,
Okay.
I believe.
You have trophies?
You have, I have
None.
I have no
Self-proclaimed.
photos. Everybody wants pics lately.
Self-proclaimed.
Everybody's been sending me things that say no. If there's no pics, it didn't happen.
Well, that's for other reasons. send nudes. Yeah.
No, see, you're running in the wrong
Documentation.
crowd.
Yeah.
You're never.
This is so stupid.
See, you're trying to bait him. You're
Go.
trying to give him your.
Just give him.
He knows your.
Give him your
already.
axiom that's so not true because I've already refuted it like several times.
There's
He
always
said-
an exception. No, okay.
No, you do it.
No,
you
do
tell
it.
him.
Nope.
Okay,
I'm
his thing is, at any point in time in your life,
You're never
never more than what 3 feet, 3 feet away from a spider.
from some type of spider.
I said that's absolutely not true.
I've seen that statistic in insect magazines. That
There's no
people,
way.
The pros.
The pros have said that very thing. I also, Cory,
boy.
apparently like you, don't
Oh,
I don't buy it.
don't buy it. However,
no.
I see spiders
Everywhere.
every day.
They're all over.
everywhere,
Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong.
all
They're
different kinds.
everywhere.
And so, I've never studied it or done.
Yeah, but
You know.
he throws scenarios in like if you
Scuba
if you're
diving.
a spaceman,
You've already
and
beat
you
it.
Dive into the ocean.
Yeah.
There's an exception to every.
No. It
I
says
said
never. It doesn't say, oh, there's certain times when maybe. That's why I don't like that statement. If you say most of the time, or if you're outside of an aquatic arena,
Yeah.
I'd say sure. They're all over the place. But if you're underwater, I've not seen, they don't exist, but a sea spider. There's probably one
Yeah.
that exists. Don't get me wrong. But you could get deep enough into the water where you wouldn't be 3 feet away from one. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Well, because you use space first, and I say that
There's space.
I say that there's
If there's space spiders, we're fucked.
No, not space spiders like on another planet, like in a spaceship that carry men.
Sure.
If there are men in there are spiders in there. I'm telling you right now.
Potentially. I could concede that point to you, yes.
Well, thank you so
But the
much.
never comment is just ridiculous.
The other part of that study, or at least I've seen other places, that says that every human being at some point in their life while sleeping has swallowed a spider.
Oh, I don't
I'd
doubt
say
that.
for
Yeah.
sure to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because those things crawl all over you at night.
Yeah.
I've woken up with spider bites and stuff.
I've ridden motorcycles since I was 16, so I've swallowed one of everything. Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's give me some quick fixes
For
for
spiders?
these bad boys.
The surest form of any extermination of any insect is to step on them.
I'm about to say the foot.
Yes.
I've got that one down.
See.
Next would be the hand.
Yeah. Seal up your abode with caulk. Every year in the fall, just do a tour. Maybe this year you do the south side and do it. There's so many cracks and crevices from the outside that spiders and other insects come into your residence. The best thing you can do is seal it up better. There are some pesticides specifically made today for spider eradication. We have a couple products that we use that's pretty good. But again, they come in so often looking for shelter. And then you've got to wonder, what's their food source?
Yeah.
I always question that when
That
I'm
me
in
is that's my biggest thing. I'm
Yeah.
like,
What are they
because
eating?
usually you see them in like the corners, you know,
yeah.
and they're like daddy long legs.
Right.
They're nothing serious,
Right.
but they don't move. Or
Yeah.
you don't see them moving.
What you see mostly are cellar spiders.
Yeah.
They look like daddy longlegs,
Yes.
but they're very long and spindly.
Yeah.
They've got a gray body.
Mm-hmm.
Those are called cellar spiders.
Okay. Good to
And,
know.
Yeah. There are some spiders that live by crawling around. You might see piles of dead insects in your basement.
Yeah.
Those got there by the spiders grabbing them, collecting them, and putting them. That's their future meals. And they just put them in a pile and they go around picking them up.
This is good
Yeah.
to know
Yeah.
because I'll wait.
Yeah.
You coming back at some point.
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's
get you then.
Well, Jeff, how can people get a hold of you?
People can get a hold of All Right Pest Solution. We have a website. It's allrightpestsolutions.com. You can also call 419-566-5897. Operators are standing by. But yeah, that's how you get a hold of us. And we do all manner of extermination and trapping. There's nothing that we really don't do bird work. We've had some snake calls, but we do about everything.
Really?
Yeah.
On your site, I saw that you have listed safe and effective services. You can get rid of ants, termites, roaches, bed bugs, fleas and ticks, carpenter ants, flies, rats, mice, moles, spiders, and beetles, stinging insects, including yellow jackets. The firm supplies real estate inspections for organisms that destroy wood. Don't forget to ask for our perimeter pest protection program. All Right Pest Solutions, LLC is proud to be a member of the Richland Area Chamber of Commerce, Mansfield Area Board of Realtors, the Ohio and National Pest Management Associations.
That is correct.
So you want to give them a call. I'm going to throw their phone number out there if you're in the area. Central Ohio. Let's see. I have.
Yeah, any county that touches Richland will definitely do work in.
You provide services to Mansfield, Gallion, Bucyrus, Ashland, Mount Vernon, Worcester, Crestline, Ontario, Shelby, Lexington, Mount Gilead, and Marion. You serve Morrow, Crawford, Knox, Richland, Ashland, Marion, Holmes, and Wayne counties. Those are all in Ohio. So if you're listening from the UK right now, sorry.
Sorry, mate.
Call somebody. Call someone there.
There is an All Right Pest Solutions in Lexington, Kentucky that we've gotten calls from before.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You've got the wrong company.
We're gonna have to charge you a little extra to swing down that way.
Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Well,
today.
Thanks for having me.
I really did. I learned a lot.
Yeah,
I really
it was
did.
very informative.
I enjoyed it.
Appreciate it. Any
Some
closing
quick
words,
tips.
Cory?
I might be giving you a call.
Eradicate. Yeah.
I'll be giving y'all a call.
All right.
All I ask you to do is love somebody.
Thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Point 19 Productions, and to our podcast through iTunes or Stitcher. As always, we ask you help support the show by liking, commenting, and sharing our content. For up-to-date information regarding the B Team, head to thebteamwithcoryandjim.com.